Let me be very clear, what we are witnessing from the Indiana Pacers is nothing short of astonishing. This team, ladies and gentlemen, is not just knocking on the door of the NBA Finals. Oh no, they are kicking it down with authority. They went into Madison Square Garden, the supposed fortress of the New York Knicks, and they took 2 games. 2 games, this is not a fluke, this is not a dream, this is the reality of the Eastern Conference Finals in 2025. The Pacers are up 2-0 and they look absolutely dominant. Many so-called experts counted them out. They said Indiana didn't have the star power. They said they didn't have the experience. Well, they are being proven wrong, spectacularly wrong. Now some people might want to talk about their path here. Yes, they beat a Bucks team mostly without Damian Lillard. Yes, they dispatched the Cavaliers. But let me tell you something, you play who is in front of you. And right now, the Pacers are 9-2 in these playoffs. That is a championship caliber record. Make no mistake about it. They have shown an incredible ability to win on the road. They won their last 5 road games before this Game 2 masterpiece. That tells you something about their mental fortitude. It tells you something about their belief in each other. This is not just a good team, this is a dangerous team. A team playing with house money and supreme confidence. The rise of the Pacers has been unexpected, I will grant you that. Not many predicted this level of success. But the signs were there if you were paying attention. They play a fast-paced, exciting brand of basketball. They share the ball, they have multiple players who can step up and hurt you on any given night. This isn't just about 1 or 2 guys carrying the load. This is a collective effort, a symphony of offensive firepower and timely defensive stops. And they are doing it against a Knicks team that many had penciled in for a deep playoff run. The script has been flipped, and it's the Pacers holding the pen. The narrative heading into this series was all about the Knicks and their grit. It was about Jalen Brunson and the magic of the Garden. But the Pacers, under the radar, have stolen the spotlight. They have embraced the underdog role and are now playing like seasoned favorites. Game 2 was a testament to their growth, their resilience, and their sheer refusal to lose. As we look at this series, the pressure is mounting, but it's not on Indiana. They are playing freely with a swagger that is infectious. This team believes they can beat anyone, anywhere, and right now, it's hard to argue with them. The earthquake has hit the East, and its epicenter is Indianapolis. Let's talk about Game 2. Because Game 2 was a statement. The Indiana Pacers defeated the New York Knicks 114-109. This was not some lucky win. This was earned. This was hard fought. The game had an incredible 17 lead changes. It was tied 17 different times. That tells you the kind of battle this was. It was 81-81 at the start of the 4th quarter. And what happened in that final period? The Pacers happened. They outscored the Knicks 33-28 when it mattered most. That is championship DNA right there. That is stepping up when the lights are brightest. They didn't flinch. They didn't panic. They executed. And who was leading the charge? Pascal Siakam. My goodness, what a performance. The man was simply unstoppable. He dropped 39 points on the Knicks. 39. He scored 23 of those points in the first half alone, setting the tone early. He was efficient, shooting an incredible 3 for 4 from three-point range. This is the Pascal Siakam the Pacers envisioned when they acquired him. A dominant force on both ends of the floor, a player who can take over a game. He did exactly that in Game 2, leaving the Knicks defense scrambling for answers they simply did not have. This was a superstar performance from a superstar player, but it wasn't just Siakam. Oh no, Aaron Nesmith continued to be a thorn in the Knicks' side. We all remember his Game 1 heroics. He hit 6 three-pointers in that game, 5 of them in the final 3 minutes of regulation to force overtime. That was clutch. And in Game 2, while he didn't replicate that scoring explosion, his energy, his defense, and his timely contributions were crucial. This team gets production from so many different places. While Nesmith's shooting was quieter in Game 2, his presence was felt, and his earlier playoff performances have clearly established him as a key weapon for Indiana, stretching defenses and making opponents pay. Then you have Tyrese Haliburton. Now his shot wasn't falling in Game 2, he went 5 for 16 from the floor. Some players would let that affect their entire game. Not Haliburton. This young man is a true point guard. He is a maestro with the basketball. He recorded 11 assists. He was also just 2 rebounds shy of a triple-double. That shows you his impact. He doesn't need to score 30 to dominate a game. He makes his teammates better. He controls the tempo. He finds the open man. His basketball IQ is off the charts. Even on an off-shooting night, Halliburton was instrumental in the Pacers' victory. That's the mark of a true leader and a burgeoning superstar in this league. One of the biggest differences in this series and a massive reason for the Pacers' success is their incredible team depth. Coach Rick Carlisle is going 11 players deep into his rotation in Game 2. 11. Think about that in a high-stakes Eastern Conference Finals game. He has confidence in every single player he puts on that floor. Compare that to the New York Knicks, who are struggling to get consistent production beyond their top 7 or 8 guys. This depth allows the Pacers to maintain a high level of energy and intensity throughout the game. Fresh legs can make all the difference in a tight contest, especially in the fourth quarter. And it's not just about numbers, it's about quality contributions from that bench. Look at Ben Shepherd. He was a bench-high +8 in Game 2, scoring 6 crucial points in just 12 minutes of action. That's efficiency. That's impact. Seldom used center. Tony Bradley came in and gave them 8 solid, valuable minutes. These are the kinds of performances that win playoff series. When your role players step up and deliver, it takes immense pressure off your stars. The Pacers are getting that in spades. Every player understands their role and executes it to perfection. This is a well-oiled machine and every part is functioning flawlessly right now. And who is conducting this orchestra? None other than Rick Carlisle. Let me tell you, Carlisle is putting on a coaching clinic. His strategic adjustments, his calm demeanor, his ability to get the most out of his roster, it's been masterful. After Game 2, he praised his team's composure, and rightfully so. They never get rattled. They stick to the game plan. Carlisle has empowered his players. He famously told Halliburton when he was acquired that they were basically giving him the ball. That trust permeates throughout the roster. The players believe in his system and he believes in them. That mutual respect is a powerful force. This isn't just about X's and O's, it's about leadership. It's about creating a winning culture. Carlisle has done that in Indiana. He has taken a talented group of players and molded them into a cohesive, confident unit that fears no one. His experience in these big moments is invaluable. He knows what it takes to win at the highest level. The tactical decisions like trusting his bench or making key defensive adjustments have been spot on. The Pacers are not just outplaying the Knicks, they are outcoaching them too, and that combination is proving to be absolutely lethal in these Eastern Conference Finals. Now, let's turn our attention to the New York Knicks. And folks, it is not a pretty picture. This is a team that came into this series with high expectations. They had the home court advantage, they had the city buzzing, and what have they done? They have stumbled, they have fumbled, they are now down 0-2 after losing both games on their home floor. This is an unmitigated disaster for the Knicks. They blew a 9-point lead in the final minute of regulation in Game 1, ultimately losing in overtime. That kind of collapse can be psychologically damaging, and it seems to have carried over. Jalen Brunson has been trying his best. The man scored 43 points in Game 1. 43. He is putting his heart and soul out there on the court. But basketball is a team game. One man, no matter how brilliant, cannot do it all by himself against a team as deep and talented as these Pacers. Where is the help? Where are the other guys stepping up? The Knicks' offense looks stagnant at times. They are relying too heavily on Brunson to create everything. That is not a sustainable path to victory, especially against a well-coached defensive team like Indiana. The supporting cast needs to provide more, period. And then there's the performance of Karl Anthony Towns in Game 2. This was supposed to be a star player, a difference maker for the Knicks. He scored 20 points, which looks okay on the surface, but he was a team-worst -20 when he was on the floor. -20. And he only played 5 minutes in the crucial fourth quarter. That tells you everything you need to know. He was a liability. The Knicks need more from him. They need efficiency. They need smarter play. They need him to be a positive force, not a detriment to their chances. His struggles are a massive problem for New York right now. So, where do the Knicks go from here? Game 3 is in Indianapolis. The pressure is squarely on their shoulders. Their odds to win the NBA Finals have plummeted, while the Pacers' odds have skyrocketed. The momentum has completely shifted. Can the Knicks recover? Can they find some answers before it's too late? It's going to take a monumental effort. They need to regroup, refocus, and find a way to match the Pacers' intensity and execution. But based on what we've seen in the first 2 games, I am highly skeptical. The Pacers are smelling blood in the water, and they look ready to deliver the knockout blow. This series could be over sooner than anyone expected.